One of the most memorable quotes from the Austin Powers movies was from that fat bad guy who said, "I eat because I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy because I eat." Comedy aside, I see a similar death cycle frequently amongst people trying to go full-time in real estate. Swap out eat with deals and unhappy with time, and you get, I don't have deals because I don't have time. I don't have time because I don't have deals. In other words, for those of y'all trying to go full-time in mobile home parks, you're likely facing the same dilemma that Ian and I faced early on, which was, we want to go full-time, but we can't because we don't have enough deals. And we can't find deals because we don't have time to find them. Our full-time jobs were monumental time sucks that once we escaped to go full-time, our deal flow exploded. Yours likely will too. I spent some time recently helping out a single-family home flipper. House flipping isn't my realm of expertise, but he was a friend of a friend and wanted to see if I could help. It ended up being eye-opening for both of us. Let's call this guy John. John works full-time in the finance world. He's in his early 30s with 2 kids and a mortgage. Despite all of that, he flipped 3 homes last year. When I asked why he wasn't full-time in home flipping, he dropped the Austin Powers line on me. Naturally, I asked, with that strong of deal flow in your spare time with 2 kids and a full-time job, why not just quit and give yourself a year to see if you can make it happen? After a lot of back and forth of his spitting out excuses and me labeling them as what they were, excuses, we both had an epiphany. John realized he could sell his home, live in one of his flips, spend more frugally, and be financially stable for a year, freeing up his time to see if he could make his dream become a reality. If he failed, John realized he could probably quickly jump back into the workforce. In other words, if time was his limiting factor, and he was confident living frugally for a year wouldn't end his life, why not make a big bet on himself? My epiphany was that Ian and I had done exactly that. We broke that death cycle and made a big bet on ourselves. I am proud to report that John has made plans to quit his job. It's not going to happen overnight, and he's put a ton of effort into making sure he understands the risks so as not to permanently harm his family's financial future. Sure, John needed a bit of excuse busting, as do we all at times. He clearly couldn't escape that death cycle on his own. But if it wasn't me nudging him in the right direction, it would have been someone else. Why? Because he wants it bad enough that he networks. His passion for real estate led him to me, and would it not have been for me, his passion would have helped him find someone else who was going to help him overcome his own excuses. His will made it inevitable. And if you want it bad enough, yours can too. I'm finding over and over that what makes people successful in real estate and other disciplines is time. You need appropriate action paired with time. Once you figure out the logistics of the appropriate actions to take, all you need is time to execute on those actions. And if your number one limiting factor is time, maybe all you need to do is make a big bet on yourself.